I'm just checking, sir, if there's an option to record this meeting for you, because I am able to record.
There is a mute button. I have done it.
Okay.
So release it.
I've given you permission, sir.
And also ask her to give the permission.
I'm doing that right now. Yeah, I can recording it right now.
You're able to record, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So we'll just wait for a couple of more minutes. One of the other clients, they will also be joining now. So we'll just see until 4:35 if they're joining. Otherwise, we can start ahead, sir.
Oh, no problem.
No, but they have to give the.
Do we need to enter username and password also?
No, sir. No, sir. This would do. You were able to see the screen that I'm sharing, right?
The voice
Are you able to see the iSteer login page, sir? Hello?
Hello.
Sir, are you able to see the iSteer login page? So I'm currently sharing a screen. Are you all able to see the login screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
We are able to see
Okay.
this login page.
This is the iSteer CRM's login page, sir. So we'll just have a brief walkthrough using one representative ID and another using the manager's ID. All the pages in our CRM are privileged based. So we can restrict the pages being viewed by the representative or the manager accordingly. So I'm just logging into the application using a DSR ID, sir.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
This is the dashboard for the DSR. Here you can see the target and the visit plan in the beginning. So this would include your current month's target for that particular DSR and the sales achieved till date and what is pending to achieve the target. Similarly, you can also see today's visit plans. Here we have the calendar option. So once I click on the calendar, it would load the iSteer calendar in today's view. So in case there are any visits planned for today for this particular representative, that would be shown here, sir. Clicking on the home button again, just to walk through the other things available in the dashboard. Now the next tab you see is the sales and customer relation activities tab. Here we have the planning. Under the planning action, you have customer without annual sales target. That is those who are customers for you, but you haven't set annual targets for them for every product wise. And similarly, those customers you have for whom you're selling products, but you haven't set any monthly sales plan. Those numbers would be displayed here. And then new potential without visit plan. If you have identified any prospective client and you have him recorded in the system with say one product X in a span in any suspect or a prospect state, and you haven't added any visit plans for him, then the system would let you know the count of such customers. And then you have follow-ups that are pending. That would be displayed here. And similarly, enquiries that you've entered in the system that are pending. Enquiries pending, we mean that enquiries for which you haven't created any quote. So that would mean pending inquiries. And then pending quotes, pending codes, the codes that are waiting to be created, and then pending for approval would include the codes that have been created but waiting for the approval from manager. And similarly, you have follow-up alerts for contacts whom you've been contacted in the last 7 days, the 15 days, last month, the last quarter, last half year, or 1 year. You can also view your idle contacts here. Contacts who've been idle for some time, you do not have any actions performed in the system for those contacts. So this is just the summary of the dashboard. We are also trying to bring in more details about the visit plans here, like the pending visits, visits that are yet to be completed, and all that stuff here. So similar to sales pending follow-ups, say by end of week, we would also be having sales pending visits. Sorry, pending visits. This is the dashboard of the representative, sir. So initially, when I'll just now tell you how to create a new customer, new contact in this system. We click on the start button that you see on the top right corner with a play symbol. So when I click on this start button, you have an option to create contact and inquiry, or in case you've already created a contact, you can just enter the contact's name here and you can get the details of the company. So this will fetch you the details that are available in our system for this respective contact. So, or you can also create a new contact. I'll just show you that page also. So it will ask you for the first name, the sales executive that has to be assigned to this company, then the designation of the person, then the phone number and all those details. So once I get into the details view of the contact, here we can see if in case you've given the correct industry, then the industry, the turnover of the company, the potential of the company, then the HR of the company, and then your the status in which the company is currently. This is basically the SpanCop status, whether he is in suspect, prospect, approach, or customer status. And then this would be for any remarks that you have for following up with him. Then you can also view any pending follow-ups, pending inquiries, and pending codes in the screen itself. Coming down, you have view machineries, and then this is to edit the contact. View machineries, this would basically be, you see a button called add machineries, the third button right in the contact page. So if for this particular company, you are aware of the machineries used by this company, so that you can have a potential of selling your products to that company for those machinery, you can add them here. So anybody viewing this page, he would know that these are the machineries that are being used in this company. So there are potential products that can be sold in this company in future. Then you have the first one is the add inquiry button. This is for adding the inquiry. I'll just explain all the buttons once and then we'll go for a one full flow, sir. So add inquiry is for adding an inquiry. Adding follow-ups in case you need to add follow-ups to this customer. Machineries, as I told you, any machineries that are associated with this company. Add products. This is for mapping your products with each SpanCop status. This is for setting annual targets. Yes. Okay. Set annual target. This is for setting annual targets for those whom you are billing, for those products that are being billed for this particular company. Then monthly visit plan button will enable you to create monthly visit plans. This is for viewing the customer details, and this one is for creating any sales order for this particular customer. So you see something called additional tags here. This additional tags will enable us, you can add any text here. So this is basically when you want to identify a particular tag for this company. So this will enable you to search or group companies together of the same type. So say, for example, this is a refinery company. You can add a refineries here and click on save. So there might be a couple of companies having the same tag. It should be helpful for you. Then the contact person details.
Why is it blowing?
1 minute, sir. I'm just holding.
Akira, this is actually we have connected, but we are not getting the sound. Sorry. No. We are getting the sound in the morning, but not getting it. Yeah, that we have already checked in.
Check किया करना है।
Yeah, we have checked, but we are not getting it. That also we have done. We have just
बोलो उनके साइड से वो आ रहा है क्या बोलते हैं? सबसे पहले मैं आपको कॉल करने पा रहा था। अभी तो
yeah, we are. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Tuning over here.
Notice. And if I'm not getting, then I'll call you. Okay. Yes,
Very sorry, sir.
पूरा कंप्लीट
One of our clients who have already joined. That's why. Hello?
हेलो
Yeah, we'll just proceed now, sir.
we are getting a response.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I'm just proceeding with what we were discussing about before.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you see the contact person details, right?
मेरी tag photo.
Here in case there might be scenarios where you have multiple contacts for the
इधर
same
मुझे
topic.
पता है आता है ये कैसे हटाऊं फोटोज कैसे हटाऊं यहाँ से
In that scenario, you can add multiple contacts here. Say one from the purchase department, one from the marketing department, and so on. You can add.
Voice is coming very distorted. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Is it audible now, sir?
Yeah, it's audible now, but the voice keeps getting distorted once now and again.
Now, how is it now?
Yeah, it's fine now. It's completely
Okay.
fine now.
Okay, because I was using the laptop speaker earlier. Now I've connected to you. Okay. So this contact person details is useful when you have multiple contacts for the same customer, and you can add them here. Similarly, there might be a scenario wherein you have more than one sales executive from your company attending the same customer. Say they're handling different brands. So in that case, you can add multiple sales executive here. Using for various brands, you can have various sales executive also. Then this is the additional details tab. This would include some sensitive information like the credit ranking, the risk rating of that particular company, the CST number, the VAT number, the TIN number, and the PAN number. These details this is also based on a privilege. So if in case you don't want the representative to handle this privileged information, and you want a manager to handle, that can also be done. So here, this will list the pending follow-ups for this company, and then the on the right-hand side you can see the follow-up history. So this follow-up history would include the past follow-ups that were completed. Here, pending follow-ups, you can always modify a follow-up, complete a follow-up. Complete is like wrapping the follow-up, giving all the information about the follow-up and closing it, and rescheduling the follow-up if necessary, then cancelling. And you can view the full details of this follow-up here. Using the Xi symbol is usually for viewing the details about the particular item, be it a follow-up or an inquiry or a quote. The Xi symbol, we use it throughout our system for viewing the details. And then the next one is the pending visits and the visit history. So this would include like the visits that are pending for the customer, and once the visits are completed, it would move into your visit history tab. This is like pending enquiries for the customer, and once the pending enquiries and you've created a quote, then it would move into the enquiry history. Similarly, we also have for pending quotes and quote history. So basically, to give in all the information in a single page for that particular customer. Now we'll just see how to add a product and map it with the correct SpanCorp status to this customer. Initially, you'll have to select, click on Add Product in the service page, select the brand, and then the category, the name of the product if it is available, then the stage. Once this company is a customer to you and you've already built, all the other opportunities would be cross-sell. And select the unit of measurement. UOM is the unit of measurement, given the annual potential of the company. So our opportunity might not be the total buying capacity of the company, maybe a little lesser than that. And then the type would be, there are two types while mapping the product for the SpanCorp status. One would be regular and one would be project. Regular implies that the customer is going to buy from you on a regular basis, be it a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, half-yearly or annual. So the buying frequency will be these 6 items for the type regular. Project would be like whenever there is an initial fill required. So this is basically like one-time purchases for the companies. So the buying frequency would only be one-time event for project type. In case you are targeting to convert this person into a customer, then you can give them the target date. Then the brand, which brand we are trying to replace. If in case we have those information, we can give it the replacing brand and the product that we're trying to replace. And clicking on save. So now this category, that the compressor oil category that we currently added, is added in here. Here you see the stage of product for the first engine oil as customer, and then the next 2 line items is cross-sell. Only for those products which are in the customer status, that is whichever products that we are currently billing for this enterprise, only for those products you can set annual targets. So when we click on the set annual target button here, only the product with the customer status would be displayed here. And you can, this is actually an editable field. I'll just show you one with the customer. Just adding one more for the customer. So when I click on set annual target, so this is the hydraulic oil is the category that we added right now. And then you can edit this quantity in case you redesign to increase the amount or decrease the amount, and you can click on save. This would be basically the representative's activity. So once the representative clicks on save, then the manager, he will have to approve this entry. So we'll just take you to another screen with the manager login. I'll come back to this, sir, once we start. So he can approve the SpanCorp entry, and then go to the annual target page and approve the same. He can also re-edit this quantity and then approve.
It has been done by the manager. It's will done by only from manager.
Yeah, this is a privilege-based thing, sir. So when the manager has privilege to approve, he will be able to approve. We're just restricting this for the representative. So we'll go back to the representatives window. This is the representatives window.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
See, you said the DSR will be entering the new customer with the target, and
Yes,
that
sir.
has to be approved to DSM, right?
Right, sir.
Now, how will the DSM be notified that there is a
There is
customer
something
pending
waiting for his approval. Sir, that in the DSR's dashboard, you see that there are customers without annual sales target, without monthly sales plan, right?
Hello.
Similarly,
Okay.
we are working on it, and that will be ready for the managers also, sir. For the managers, this is the manager's dashboard.
Okay.
Similar to what you see in planning. So this is for the planning, the planning alone, planning the target alone. Similarly, you will have one for approval also. So the customers pending approval for the annual sales target and customers pending approval for monthly sales plan. So when using this, yeah, this will intimate you that there are approvals pending by the manager, and you can easily navigate to that page.
So that is pending for approval, right? That is pending right now.
Yes, sir. That it will take a couple of more days. By the end of this week, we are targeting that, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So we've set annual target for the customer now. So this is the DSR's activity basically. He will be setting the annual target, then the annual target is being approved by the manager. So once the annual target is set and approved, he can start using those targets for setting monthly targets for the same company. So when I go to the monthly forecast link, so you have, so the first one which is listing is the monthly forecast that has not been set yet. So I enter the forecast for the current month, save it. So similarly, you can enter the monthly forecast for every line item for each customer. This is about setting the targets. Now we'll just see a walkthrough of entering an inquiry and creating a quote in the system.
This will come more than half an hour. Fine. Yeah. It will come half an hour, I think. So you can manage. If not,
so I go to the start button, enter the company's name, click on add inquiry. This is the pre-inquiry form that we have. This is very helpful when the technician, when the corresponding technician is not entering the inquiry details, and it is some office assistant who is doing the same. So this is just a free form text wherein he can, in the remarks field, he can enter all the details that have been come through the inquiry, say be it a phone call or an email. So this would create a record for the inquiry that has come into the system, and then the representative, he can add the product details to this inquiry later. So this is the inquiry form. It displays the inquiry number, the inquiry date, the mode through which the inquiry was received, whether a phone call or an email, and then who attended this inquiry initially, then the sales executive who's been assigned to this particular lead, and then the contact details are displayed here. So you have the contact's name, his email ID. If it is available in the system, then the system will publish, will pre-fill it here. Then the phone numbers. If for at any instant there are multiple contacts in this company and you want to address the inquiry to another person, you can always change the contact person using this button in the inquiry form. So change contact person. If there are persons available, it would be listed in this drop down and you can update. So the representative can add the part numbers here. Quantity, the unit of measurement, the rate. The rate is pre-filled when it is available in the system. So I click on create inquiry. So now the inquiry has been created for this customer with the corresponding product. Now you can create a code for this inquiry using the create code button. You can also edit this inquiry, cancel this inquiry, send email, send SMS to this particular contact from the same page. So creating contact, I click on create contact now. This is the code form that is being published. So you have the code number here, the code date. If in case this is a revised code, then the revised number would be pre-filled here. Then the revision date if applicable. Similarly, if this was based on the inquiry reference number would be here. The sales executive, the manufacturer, the branch name, the code details, then it would have the contact details, the name of the person, the phone number, the email ID. Then here we just given the addressee's name, the subject, reference, and the covering letter. So here the part number details that we entered in the inquiry is carried forward to the code. In case when entering a code you feel that there are multiple products that are to be added, you can always do that using this add more row button. Then I click on the terms and conditions. We have our own terms and conditions also, and we can edit these terms and conditions according to your wishes. So whatever terms and conditions that you have for the company, that can be fed into the system. Now I select those that are applicable, save and continue for tax calculation. So enter the tax details, save and continue. Now your code is ready. And if this person has privileges to approve the code, he will be given this approval button. Also, one more thing in the code is you can always provide discounts in the code. So there is this discount. You can either be given in percentage or in amount. So there is another page wherein you can prefix the discounts that each person can give to a company. Say for a representative, you want to restrict him to 5%. We can do that in using that page. And if you don't want the representatives to give discounts, then it can be carried on to the manager, who will be having privileges to give discounts and then approve the code. So once you approve the code, it asks for confirmation. The code is approved. Once the code is approved, you can always revise this code, edit the code, send email to this customer, send SMS to this customer, or download it as a PDF. So when I click on download PDF, you can download this PDF in this format. We have around 13 code formats available in our system. You can choose one of them, or if you want to add another format apart from these 13, that we can also do that.
अब ideas clues मिल गए.
We also have options to enter it into the system if the code is lost for some reason. We will be giving the reason why the code was lost, and then the competitor's details to whom we lost this code.
Team number and delivery address.
I'll just show you the code details that are being displayed with the customer. So we have entered the code for this particular customer, and in the same details view, we can also see that the inquiry history, you have an inquiry created, and similarly the codes that are pending. We haven't created a sales order for this code, so it is the pending.
डायलॉग बनाना इसलिए है कि मुझे देना है बना के.
So we'll go on to see how we can add visits to this. We have the iSteer calendar. We have 3 views: the day view, the week view, or the month view.
Excuse me. I have a question. There
Yes,
is one
sir.
question here.
There is one option called sales order entry, right? After that enquiry has been done.
Yes, sir, you can add a sales order. You want me to visit that, even I can do.
Okay, but my question is, if we receive any verbal inquiry from the customer,
Okay.
and it needs to be, since he is an existing customer, if we can we able to create a sales order for the verbal inquiries?
Yes, sir, you can create. It's like you can create. So, for example, for this customer,
Okay.
when I create sales order, for each code you would be getting this, sir, create sales order.
Okay.
So this would, when you click on this button, it would generally take you to a sales order form with the code details. So say if this was received through phone call, so this is for telephonic, and then you can create a sales order using this page, this
Okay.
form.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I'm going to fill in the detail, right?
Sir, can you come again, sir?
So by putting all the fill in the details, we can able to create and sales orders, right?
Yes, sir, you can create. So,
Okay, and that
but
can
then
be
your code has to be approved, sir, for you to create a sales order.
Okay, okay. Fine. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, sir. So we'll just go to the iSteer calendar now. So here you can add visits. There are multiple ways in which a representative can add visits. One using the iSteer calendar, or you have one button called monthly visit plan in your contacts details page itself. Clicking on that button also, you can add a visit for that particular customer. And here from this calendar, we'll go to the month view. So in this month view, you can see that there have been visits there have been 2 visits on 7th January for this company called Cloud Solutions. When I click on this visit,
Event.
you can edit this visit.
Update பண்ணலாம்.
You can edit this visit anytime.
Visit update பண்ணி reminder கூட வைக்கலாம். Next step போறது.
And then you, when the DSR visits the customer, he can just click on this visited button and later complete it once he is logged into the system. And then you can edit follow-ups related to this visit. This would basically capture all the information that would be required for completing a visit successfully. Say if this is for a visit to a potential customer, a new prospect, then you need to plan the objective, the preparation for this visit, the strategy, and then our course of action. All that can be documented here, so that and these fields are not mandatory when a visit is created, but when you try to complete or wrap up the visit, then we need to all these 5 fields will become mandatory, just to ensure that no visit goes without proper planning. So if I click on this complete button now, it would ask me to enter all my POPSA details. So only when all the 5 details are entered into the system, one can complete the visit. Oh, we also have multiple views for the same visits. We have a date-wise plan. Similarly, we also have customer-wise plans. Oh, in the date-wise plan, if you select it for particular dates, if in case there are visit on those days, it would just pull it from the system. So like this. This would be a date-wise view. Similarly, we also have one customer-wise view. Here you can select based on the SpanCorp status, the industry, the area, etc. And here you can see if there are SpanCorp details assigned to particular customer, then all those details are also available here. So it is very easy for the DSR to enter a visit. He can group the customers based on the area and plan visits accordingly. Every visit also needs an approval from the manager. And all this assigning, approving visits, this is also privilege based. Okay. We have something called marketing upload, marketing documents upload. So you can always upload all your marketing technical documents here, and this would be very useful when you want to send an email to this particular particular customer. So if there are documents that are uploaded to the system, you click on the send email option. You can attach these documents from the system itself. Similarly, we have something called the telecaller script. This comes in very handy when there is no technical person available at the office, and it's only a office assistant or a receptionist who's handling calls. And here you can just script all the questions that need to be posed to the caller, so that we can ensure that no information is missed out here. Okay, we have one report called as the consolidated report. Here for this DSR, you can view line wise, like each customer wise, for each customer what all product categories have been mapped, the last year's target and the last year's actual sales. Similarly, the year till date target from the beginning of the year till today is the target, and then the actual, and then the percentage value. And for the current month also, you can view the same thing. The month till date would be like, say, the start of this month till today, the target for the same, the actual values, and the percentage that we have achieved. I'll just log out of this and log in as a manager to show you the other reports. Okay. One more thing. This is a pop-up window which will be available to the manager as well as the DSR. So if the DSR is logging in, he will be able to see the sales status, his sales status, like the sales target set for the year, the target that has been achieved till date, and the percentage of the sales. Similarly, the target that has been set for this month, the sales target achieved, and the percentage of sales achieved. Then the pipeline strength, what he has in current pipeline, what the strength is currently, and then the details of the last 7 days billing. So all those details, we will be capturing it and displaying it as a pop-up once the DSR or the manager enters the system. So if it is going to be a manager and he has a couple of representatives assigned under him, then you would have pop-ups one below the other with the representative's name on top. When click on OK, you will have another pop-up for visits. So the earlier pop-up was only for the sales target and what we've achieved against them. Now the other one would be for visits. So the planned visits for that particular day, and also with the planned visits for the whole year and the number of calls that were completed during this year. So the percentage of completion. Similarly, you have for month, the month till date planned calls, the month till date actually completed calls, and then the percentage of calls attended. So, and you also have one summation for the number of calls that were planned for the last week and the number of calls that were attended in the last 7 days. Click on OK. Now this would load the new dashboard for the DSM. So for the representative, you would have seen that it would say show the self value, his values alone. Here you have my team's value. So if there are a couple of representatives under this manager, then the whole target summed across those representatives for this particular month would be displayed here. Now this is similar to what the DSR had. The planning, the customer without annual sales target, the customer without monthly sales plan, and new potentials without any visit plans. So we are also trying to get the details for the customers with annual sales target but pending approvals, and approvals for all the 3 line items for the manager's sake. So we'll also be having pending inquiries, pending quotes, then the contacts that we haven't contacted in the last week throughout the last year. We'll be having one more thing in this dashboard, which would be pending visits. So any pending visits in the last 5 days would also be displayed here, similar to pending inquiries. One more thing that the manager can do, apart from what the DSR does, is that he can set target for his team members. So if this manager has a couple of representatives under him, those details would be displayed one below the other. Now currently this manager has only one DSR assigned to him, so you have only his details displayed here. So here you have this DSR's name, his location would be pre-filled from the system, then the number of customers that are assigned to him, the number of customers for whom the target is set for all products and the target is not set across all products. Then we saw that while mapping SpanCop, there were 2 types, regular and project. So those details are also displayed here with each status, mapping status, the SpanCop status. So if this is across customers, then all those values, if you have negotiate across 3 customers, then those values would be summed up and displayed here. This is basically one single page to provide all the information that the manager would require while setting a target for his team. So here you have the potential, which is based on customer. Potential, we mean the customer's buying capacity. By opportunity, it would be what he is going to buy from us. Say the customer might require 1,000 liters of oil, but he would be purchasing only 500 liters from us. So the potential would be the 1,000 liters, and opportunity is what we have with him. That is the 500 liters. The new opportunities based on PAN status would be the prospect, approach, and negotiate status. Clicking on this would give you a detailed view of the of your pipeline strength. You can click on the add target to set the target for this particular representative. If the representative is handling multiple brands, then you would have multiple line items here. So here we've just had this DSR handling Shell, so it is only Shell and then the target value. Otherwise it would be a couple of line items for each brand. You can edit or you can set the target. This asks for confirmation if you're sure to add the target. Once you add the target, even the last year's details would be displayed in this below table, like the from date, to date, brand, the sales target, then what has been achieved in the last year would also be displayed here. If you have multiple years data for this particular representative, each data will be displayed one by one in this table. Then you also have the pipeline strength to check this pipeline strength for this particular DSR. So you have the annual target that the manager has set for him. Then the customer target would be the target that the DSR sets across each customer for whom the billing happens in a regular cycle. Then the balance would be the annual target minus the customer target. And the pipeline in potential would include all the new opportunities that are in the prospect, approach, and negotiate status. So we know that it requires around 5 times your pipeline strength in order to achieve a particular target. Say the hit ratio has to be 20% is what we heard from Shell. So we've given here that the suggested strength is 5x. Then you have to improve your pipeline based on the based on what you require further. This is about setting the target for the DSR, and this is a privileged base page also, which would be available for the managers alone. Now let's go to the reports that are available with our system. Any questions until now? Can I proceed with the reports?
Yeah. Akila, I have got one more question.
Yes,
This
sir.
is Raghu.
Yes, sir.
This one, how can we check the POs, pending purchase orders? See, when they say sales order entry has been done, and we are going to view the sales order entry reports, right?
Yes.
But whenever, I will give an example. For
Okay.
example, one existing customer, XYZ
Okay.
customer,
Okay.
will do the order of 10 barrels, that is 2090 liters.
Okay.
But he will purchase only somewhere around 627 liters, that is 3 barrels.
Okay.
Leftover, will it shows on the report in this particular CRM or how it?
No, sir. We would just be if you have set the target for this particular customer as say 10 barrels.
Yeah.
So the sales data would be around 6 barrels only.
Okay.
So sales data would show
whatever.
the quantity as 6 into 209 liters, right? So it would
Yeah.
show that particular quantity only.
Okay. So that means total is potential was 10 and he has taken 4. Now left with is only 6, like that, right?
Yes, sir. So what
Okay.
we've targeted in the system was actually 10 barrels, but we were not able to achieve that, right? It was only 6 barrels. Am I right?
Okay.
We've understood correctly. It would show that the
Yes.
reports would actually show it that way, sir. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. 1 minute. There's another call on the line.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello. Yes. ಇಲ್ಲ sir,
What is
For Micah.
no, she's talking on the phone.
So it's running on this. Finally,
She's got a mic. 10 barrel order. What about? For the petroleum.
इस हफ्ते तक 50 में
Okay, sir.
उसके बाद 2 बारी 50 का और उसके 2 हफ्ते बाद 50 और उसके बाद
Okay, sir.
ये
Sure. Thank you.
ये साथ ही अपडेट होगी तो कैसे होगी
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, it's fine. The one more question is, we got to know that out of 2090 liters, he has taken 627. But if it is exceeding the targets, I mean
If
to
it is
say
exceeding the target also, it would show, sir. For example, what we have, you will see the percentage, right? So your target was only for 2090 liters, but he is now
Correct.
exceeding it, say he's got another extra barrel. So
Correct.
another 209 liters. So the percentage would increase. We would be displaying the sales that we pull in from your tally, and we will be mapping it against this particular customer and the representative who's been assigned for this customer.
Okay, so it's above the target then.
It will be above the target. The percentage value will show accordingly, sir. So if you achieved lesser than the target, then it would be lesser than 100. If you've achieved it above, then it will show you above 100. So I'll show that in the reports now, sir.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Now you said the sales order, what you mean is after we receive the order, right? That is, we are creating a sales order stating that this is the material to be invoiced.
Right, sir.
Now let's say 10 barrels has been created as a sales order,
Okay.
whereas invoiced is only 3 barrels. There is
Okay.
a balance of 7 barrels.
Right, sir.
Where does this get captured?
So that's what I said, sir. Now your sales order, but it also depends on how much you've targeted for that particular customer, sir.
No. Let us not look at the target right now. See
okay.
here, we are talking about a real-time scenario. Let us say the target is only 1,000 liters, whereas the order received is 2,000 liters, and we have built 6 barrels. There is a pen 2 barrels. Now, will there at any point of time, if we open the system and check pending orders to be executed, for which we have received the order or sales order has been created, can we see that?
Sir, I'll have to get back to you on this particular line item alone, sir. So I'm just noting it down. I'll get back to you. I'll send you an email also to the whole team about this thing. I'll just discuss this with the team and they'll get back to you, sir. Is that okay?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. We're just moving to the reports now. First one, you have the annual sales target versus actual. This would be based on the DSR. So you search with the DSR's name. So the target that has been set for this particular DSR by his manager would be the annual sales target. From there, we calculate the year till date target. This we do in order to ensure that this percentage value is always being tracked, sir. Like if you just have your annual target as 2,500 and your sales actuals would actually, you would be actually reaching only this 2,500 only at the end of the year, right? So the percentage value will not be tracking it on a daily basis. In order to track it on a daily basis, we calculate the till date target here. So the sales actual will be compared against the year till date. And sir, in Mr. Raghu, as per your question, if you are exceeding your target levels, then it would be shown here, sir. 195%.
Fine.
Similar to this yearly report, you can view this for all your customers, or you can also view it brand wise. Say if a particular your DSR is going to handle multiple brands, then you can view it brand wise also. You can also search for previous year's records, sir. Right now we don't have data for the previous years in our test environment, so you wouldn't be getting anything here. Next one is the monthly sales target versus actual. This is similar to the annual report. Only difference being this is on a monthly basis. So this is for the current month. So if you say your DSR's target was 12,000 for the whole year, we would be taking the monthly sales target as 1,000 here, and then the month till date sales target would be calculated by the system. This would be dynamic. This would be changing every day, the month till date sales target. Then the month till date sales actual would actually be pulling it from the sales invoices that we pull in from your tally, that we will be uploading it into the database, and from that we will be publishing it here. And the percentage will be calculating this month till date actuals against the target. So
Ma'am,
yes, sir.
there is a query. All the DSRs will be able to see the this monthly sales report, updated sales report.
The DSRs
current
wouldn't be able to see, sir. This is basically a privileged based option only, if you which we're primarily trying to give it only to the managers. So if in case you have a requirement for the DSR also to view this, then you'll just have to assign the privilege to that particular person.
Okay. But the DSM will be able to do see.
Yeah, he'll be able to see these reports. Okay, and then similar to the sales target versus actual report, we also have calls target planned versus actual. So this would be basically the visits that are being planned to the customers. This would not capture any internal meeting events that you enter, sir. This is only for the events of type visit, when the DSR visits the customer. So total calls planned this year, then the year till date planned calls would be until today alone, and then the completed calls, even if he has just clicked on visited for that particular visit and he has not completed any calls by giving the plan, preparation, objective, strategy, action details, then it wouldn't be displayed here. Only the completed calls are being displayed here. Then this would be the percentage of completion. This is for the whole year. And then the next report that I'll be showing is for the month. This is for the current month. So the calls that the particular representatives have for this current month will be shown this year. Then this is the pipeline strength report, which I showed you earlier while setting the targets for the representatives. Here, if you select the DSR's name, this is the target that has been set for the DSR, the customer-wise target that he has, the balance, and then the pipeline he has in the prospect, approach, and negotiate status, his pipeline strength, and then the suggested strength. The next report is new opportunities this week. This is basically to filter out if there are any new opportunities that have been identified for a particular time period. You can give any time period, and then this is just going to pull records from those time periods. So you will have all the new opportunities that have been identified in this system within the from and to dates. We also have top 80 customers till date. Say for instance you have around 100 customers and you want to find out those customers who are contributing to 80% of your sales. So those details you can view here. Here the last year target is 0 because there was no target set for this DSR in the last year. So this year that is a target of 1,000, out of which he's achieved till 80 liters till date. So it's just showing the percentage. This percentage is not against the sales against target. This is to show the percentage of how much percentage this particular representative is contributing, this particular company is contributing to the total company's revenue. Here, since I have only one customer, this shows 100% here. Had I had like say 4 or 5 customers, then the sales volume would be calculated, the percentage would be calculated corresponding to the sales volume. Similar to top 80 customers, we also have top 80 SKUs, that is for the products. You can search this DSR wise. And we have one more option for setting focus customers. say you want to target 10 to 12 customers as focus customers, want to monitor their sales alone separately, you can add them as focus customers using this option. For which brand you're setting him as a focus customer. And similarly, you can view the sales by focus customers here using this report. So for whatever customer that you have marked as focus customer, their report alone will be displayed here. This would be the target, the year sales values, and the percentage value. Similar to set focus customer, we also have set focus products. If you want to add a particular product and track its sales separately, you can add them here as set focus product. And you have a report corresponding to the set focus products, as this is called a sales by focus products. So sales by focus SKUs will show you the sales volume for all those products that were added as focus products. That's it about the reports, sir. Any other questions so far?
वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर सेट करेगा.
And there is one more query.
Yes,
Ma'am,
sir.
there is any other option, means we have to, first of all, we have to set the actual and targeted customers. Is there any other option for the door customers, means who are coming on their own and they don't have any other previous data recorded with us?
Yes, sir, you have that. You can always add a new contact here using the new create new contact option. And in case you haven't created a contact in the CRM system, but you have built for that particular customer, we are working on a page in order to identify such customers when we pull data from your tally machine. So in case we find an invoice against a customer who is not with in the CRM system, then we would be intimating it, sir, so that you can create the contact in the system and then map that particular sales against that customer.
Okay. And how this device will be, how this device gets synced to our tally, means if we are not able to, if we don't have any other Wi-Fi connection, means, and any other mode of communication connected to our device, then how we will be able to see the details of our DSR?
Sir, we would be initiating this tally request every evening, sir. So if the request fails and we're not able to pull in data successfully, we would give another attempt around 10 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
And say even the second attempt was not successful, then we would be sending an email to the respective people, stating that the tally pull was not successful.
Great. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other query?
Any other questions, sir? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Any other questions?
Yeah. No other questions. We're good.
Okay, sir. So if you have any queries after the session also, please feel free to drop in an email, sir. We will attend to it.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for the demo.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.